leader. So as to create space for the leaders who are coming in. And we have purposefully kept it small so that because it will be very easy to track the award winners and easy to spot and all of this. That's why we have kept it small. So please, thank you so much. And next, followed by we have with us a short video of His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu is the Global Duty Officer for book distribution and who was leading worldwide book marathon 2021 with this Live to Give program. He has very, very wonderfully coordinated throughout the world, and he has conducted this marathon in a very, very big, nice way. Because of the inspiration he has been giving throughout the marathon, all over the world, the book distribution went on very, very well, and we were able to reach the target that was set. So I'd like to request His Grace Praneshwar Prabhu to play the video message that was sent by Vaisheshika Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Just playing.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I offer my respectful obeisances to all the devotees in the glorious Indian Yatra. Thank you very much, everybody, for your association and for setting such a beautiful example for the whole world. When I look at the map of the Sankirtan results, there are so many markers on the surface of India that it looks like Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body erupting in goose pimples during the Rath Yatra ceremony when he's in the supreme ecstasy of love of God. And I can't help but think of the times when Mother Earth personified talks about how she's either pained by the demons walking on her surface or she feels ecstatic joy when the devotees walk on her surface. But when Krishna consciousness is being distributed in such a massive quantity as it is in Bharat now by all of you working together, it's a balm on the surface of Mother Earth's body. It's an ecstatic offering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and it follows perfectly in line with the Acharyas. Thank you very much to the ICC for your unmotivated cooperation with the global team leaders. It's made such a huge difference to have this activity of book distribution together, no matter what part of the world we're from, where we have our individual impetus to distribute and pride of Yatra and the work we're doing for Srila Prabhupada, at the same time to keep in mind our global connection, how we're one world team, requires great spiritual maturity, and you have that. And that's something that's very heartening and encouraging. So thank you very much. And also we're seeing now, as we're counting more and more carefully how everyone's doing everywhere, that everyone's contribution counts. Every book counts. In fact, one book could change the whole world, what to speak of the millions of books that you're doing on the continent. And it requires a lot of devotees each doing a little bit, doing their part, what they can. It brings a special spirit to the yatra when we see those who are not accustomed to doing book distribution, doing their level best, and then finding that it's the same exhilaration that anyone's ever gotten from connecting to the internal energy by following the order of the spiritual master. In our case, we're taking a pristine order that's passed down. It's easily traceable, and those who are on the planet at the same time, as Srila Prabhupada know his deep spiritual emotion behind his writing his books and then having us distribute them. Those who know this and then take advantage by grabbing onto the service and doing it to the best of their ability, whatever that might be, they find the same connection to the internal potency. The spirit in India is palpable. That is the spirit of a work in cooperation for book distribution. My Sahasrakoti Dandavats to all the leaders of India who emphasize book distribution, advocate for it, and for all of the devotees everywhere who have this spirit of working to please the leaders headed by Lord Krishna. I look forward to being with you very soon to go out on book distribution in India. And I look forward for us all working together to achieve larger and larger goals in the next 5 years. We have a plan, a dream that now we're doing 2.8 million Bhagavad Gitas worldwide. Yes, we can get to 5 million. Yes, we can get to 10 million. Yes, we can get to 20, 50, 100 million. What about Bhagavatams? Can we go beyond 35,000 for Bhadra Purnima? Yes. In 5 years, we can get to 100,000. Only thing we have to do is have the will for it and then make the goals and plan, because it's all coming from Lord Chaitanya's power. And we, therefore, have the liberty of assuming that it can be done and simply working for it as instruments. Thank you very much, everyone. Congratulations on this day of the award ceremony for your outstanding success. It's a shot heard around the world. My obeisances to everyone who's assembled and even those who aren't. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande Harival.
Thank you so much, Vaisheshika Prabhu, for your inspiring words. And Prabhuji has always been saying that let's assume the target has already been achieved. And with this one phrase, he has kind of inspired hundreds and hundreds of people to take the book distribution and help us achieve this wonderful target. And now I'd like to call upon His Grace Mukund Madhav Prabhu, who's our WADC chairman, to give a short speech, short talk, encouraging the devotees and appreciating them for their achievement. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Vancha kalpatarubhyacha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pastacha Desatarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Asadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada is always very pleased when books are distributed, because these books make devotees. Prabhupada used to say the book distribution is like war with Maya. So Prabhupada used to say in the war, especially the conventional war of the old time, the aeroplanes go and rain the bomb. Prabhupada rain the bomb. Bombs are dropped everywhere. And some bombs explode and some may not explode also. Whichever explodes, they destroy the opponent. So the books are, Prabhupada said, like raining of the bomb. These are all books landing on the laps of Maya. And the devotees come out, whoever takes advantage of that. And there's a description in Srimad Bhagavatam about the summer and the monsoon season. After chastising Kaliya, Lord Krishna went to the forest. It was summer time and there was a forest fire. So Krishna swallows the forest fire. And after that, actually the monsoon starts. Very nice description about the rainy season and autumn season. In the summer, it looks like everything is dry. Even the hills and all, you'll see, very dark and dry and gray like that. It looks like lifeless. But when the rain pours in the monsoon season, you'll find everywhere the grass and other plants are coming. It becomes like, emerald covering, green covering, and very beautiful and full of life and things like that. So this marathon book distribution, books distributed is like in a huge quantity. It's like planting the seeds all over, wherever it is possible. And sometimes, it may not come out immediately. Like, the seeds were there in the summer also, but they are not coming out because there is no favorable situation for the seeds to grow. When the favorable situation of, the rain and water comes, then they grow and then they give the benefit. So in the same way, these books, distributed in huge quantity, they are just like seeds sown everywhere. And when the favorable situation comes, they can actually benefit the recipient by making them devotees. And in the 1970s and 80s, there were traveling Sankirtan parties from major temples like, Bombay and all. They went to all the villages and so much distribution of books were there. What happened to all those books? And they are coming out like they are making devotees, and people are becoming devotees in everywhere, interior Maharashtra, Gujarat, everywhere. So in the same way, this marathon book distribution, so much quantity distributed, they are all actually seeds planted for the future. And more devotees are actually going to come when certain favorable situations are going to arise. And this is actually a wonderful way to realize Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dream of Nagaradi Gram, every town and village. So many books are going to different parts of India, especially many towns and villages also nowadays. And they are actually seeds sown for the future of expansion of Krishna consciousness and of the devotees that they are going to come. So during this marathon, especially from the Western India Divisional Council, WIDC, about 10 lakh Bhagavad Gitas are distributed out of 25 lakh Gitas all India. It's almost like 40%. And also from the book points, 23 lakh book points against the 57 lakhs book points. It's also about 40%. So many of the temples, they have done very well, and many strategies were used. Gita contest is one of the strategy where the school children are distributed Gita with value education contest and things like that. Online distributions were there, and traveling Sankirtan parties have gone to interior places and distributed. Gita yajnas were done. Bulk distribution in the factories and sponsored Gitas, these were done. And congregational devotees also engaged. So in the top of the big temples, Pune came first, and Jugu is in the third position from the Western India Divisional Council. And also in the small temples, Baroda came third. And as far as in the extension centers, Thane Extension Center has come first. So I would like to share Pune's success story, one small success story, so that it can be an inspiration for others also. They have done actually 354,000 Maha Big Books, basically Bhagavad Gitas. So one of the strategies they have used is engaging the congregational devotees. They had about 80 counselors, and under each one of them, there are about 30 counselees. So what they have done for each counselees, they said that this is the 125th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's appearance. So they gave them the quota of 125 Maha Big Books, Bhagavad Gitas, to be distributed. So the 80 counselors into 30 counselees under each one of them, which makes actually 2,400. Maybe the figures may be a little bit less or more. And 125, multiply that to 2,400, 125, it's about 3 lakh Bhagavad Gitas. And they did actually 3 lakh 54,000 Bhagavad Gita, out of which the huge chunk came from the congregational devotees, taking so much effort in distributing Gitas. And I think this will be a wonderful way. Every temple has got a huge congregation, And if we all make a strategy of mobilizing our manpower, these resources, the congregational resources, and if we can engage them in a similar way, I think for the future marathons, we will be all India and all our temples will be able to do very nicely. And we congratulate and appreciate Puna's efforts in distributing this voluminous number of Gitas. And especially sometimes, during Corona pandemic, people used to always say whether we'll be able to do or not. Every temple, even Pune, they did more than what they did last year. And even in Jugu, we have done more than what we did in last year. So I'm definitely sure that if we use our intelligence and strategize our book distribution, in the future, we'll be able to do more. And with that, we congratulate all the winners, as well as we wish all other temples to take some tips, carry home messages, so that we can implement those things in our temple in the future and distribute more books for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna ji. Thank you so much, Roji Mukunda Prabhu, for these inspiring words and reminding us that how we have tirelessly planted 26 lakh bombs in all of India, which are to be exploded in coming time. So definitely this would bring about a great change in the people of India, definitely. And further moving, I would like to request His Grace Mahaman Prabhu, who's a very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada and an initiating guru and a zonal secretary for many states in North India. So I would like to invite him and to address the meeting. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for coming.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible now? Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padhaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tidamani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavati Pachidastani. First of all, I would like to thank very heartily all the members of the ICC team who really vigorously promoted the book distribution marathon this year and also the previous year. This was a very wonderful initiative taken by them. And we can see that the results have grown up so much over the years since the ICC has taken the initiative. Every word that Srila Prabhupada spoke, every sentence that Srila Prabhupada spoke is full of deep meaning and is very nectarian and very much relevant to all of our lives. Yet I find one particular sentence which is come from directly from the lotus mouth of Srila Prabhupada. This is in response to a question that was asked by a reporter to Srila Prabhupada, that Swamiji, what will happen when you die? And Prabhupada's response, so touching, and it's, you can say it's like Sanjeevani acting for all of us. Prabhupada replied, I will never die. I will always live through my books and they shall utilize. So Prabhupada said that he is present in his books. And also Prabhupada attributes his, excuse me, his phenomenal success for two reasons. He says that he succeeded so much because firstly, he presented Bhagavad Gita as it is, And the second reason was that he always remained surrendered to his spiritual master. These are the two reasons which Srila Prabhupada attributes for his phenomenal success, because he never deviated. And we have seen also practically since Bhagavad Gita, which is Bhagavad Gita as it is, since it is the flagship of ISKCON, has come out, thousands and thousands of people have joined. And Prabhupada also wanted that we not only distribute his books, but we should also very deeply study these books. Prabhupada worked so hard for these books, printing these books. Actually, these books, BBT, Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, is the heart of ISKCON. Prabhupada said that BBT is the heart of ISKCON. And Prabhupada said, this is also my heart, that is Prabhupada's heart. Excuse me, in any body, the heart is the most important organ. So the heart is healthy, everything else will be healthy. So like that, Prabhupada always wanted this book distribution, and he was always very happy to see the results. In fact, he said that to be successful, we must be able to measure the results. When we measure the results, then we tend to get more successful in our lives. Sometimes devotees asked that actually, Prabhupada, we are distributing so many books, but really we are seeing very few people are actually getting initiated. Mukunda Madhav Prabhu touched on this point very nicely, that actually in due course of time, so many people are joining. So Prabhupada replied to this, as soon as someone gets my book, he's initiated. Just by taking one book, he gets initiated. So this is very important service that we are doing. And one time, I would like to share one more anecdote. Prabhupada was in Bombay, and some life members, he was preaching to some life members, and there was one of my god brothers present there, and he asked the life members, he was preaching to the life members, and one of the life members left. He asked this devotee whether he understood what he had been preaching. And he replied, sorry, Prabhupada, I could not understand this. I don't know. So Prabhupada said that actually I'm writing these books so much, taking time, so that you all study. If you distribute the books, but you don't know what's in the books, that's not so good. I know you're doing so many services, you're doing management and so many other services, but if you read, unless you read, you will not get the strength. So Prabhupada remained silent for some time, and then he said, I myself read my own books every day. And then after some time, Prabhupada said, every time I read my books, I find something new. And finally, Prabhupada revealed the most secret of secrets. And he said, because these books have not been written by me, every morning Krishna comes and dictates that to me. And I just give them a written form. So we can see that it's very important to study Prabhupada's books. And now we have got somehow Prabhupada's mercy, the Parampara's mercy through his books. As some Mukunda Maharaj said, they're like bombs. And we give this mercy to others. This is the sign of life. Prana chayar se karibe prachar. A person who has life will preach. And what could be more effective way of preaching than distributing the books? True, by speaking, giving lectures and all that, some effect and great effect will be there. But if someone purchases a book, he will refer to it again and again, and then this will be firmly etched in his mind. So I once again would like to thank all the organizers or the ICC team who have jointly put a tremendous effort, and we can see that we have got soaring results, inconceivable results, and Srila Prabhupada will be very pleased with this. Thank you very much. Over.
Thank you so much, Rosie,
Thank
for this inspiring words and reminding us of that wonderful anecdote wherein Srila Prabhupada was stressing upon reading his own his books and how he reads those books himself, and how he derives every time a new realization by reading his own books, and how book distribution is the heart of our preaching work, and it is driving the whole of ISKCON. Thank you so much for reminding all of this to us. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
And next, I would like to invite His Grace Devaki Nandan Prabhu, who's a very stalwart devotee from Indian Yatra, and is a Minister for Fund Development. And Prabhuji is also serving as a zonal secretary for many states and many temples in North India and elsewhere. And apart from this, Prabhuji has very nicely inspired ISKCON Kanpur to very exceptionally do very good book distribution in the last Bhadra Purnima and this marathon as well. And so I'd like to invite and call upon His Grace Devaki Nandan Prabhu to address the meeting today. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Achha.
Hare Krishna. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I cannot hear you. Respond.
Yes, Prabhuji. We are able to hear you.
See, I have so many boys here. I am in Varanasi, in BHU, our campus, and we have so many devotees here. I'm supposed to give lecture here, and I have with me His Holiness Bhakti Prem Maharaj. आओ महाराज चेहरा दिखा दो इधर आओ इधर आओ इधर आओ अरे इधर आओ तो भक्त लोग खुश हो जाएंगे आपको देखकर देखो भाई देखो महाराज को भी देखो प्रणाम करो सब लोग जल्दी प्रणाम करो हाँ देखो महाराज जी साथ में तो मैं हिंदी में बोलूं कि अंग्रेजी में बोलूं किस भाषा में बोलूं
वो भी हिंदी ठीक है बाबूजी हिंदी इज ओके बाबूजी
हिंदी ओके तो मैं इतना ही कहूंगा थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू सब लोगों ने बड़े लगन के साथ में मेहनत के साथ में प्रभुपाद जी को प्रसन्न करने के लिए इन पुस्तकों का वितरण किया। ये प्रमाणित करता है कि यदि भक्त लोग कुछ करना चाहें तो कर सकते हैं। ये हम लोगों के शक्ति पर डिपेंड नहीं करता है। हम लोगों को केवल इच्छा करना है और कर्म करना है। रिजल्ट तो भगवान देंगे। यदि हमारा डिजायर सिंसियर होगा, हम प्रभुपाद जी के प्रसन्नता के लिए कोई भी कार्य करेंगे सिंसियरली, तो कृष्ण जानते हैं कि श्री प्रभुपाद प्योर डिवोटी हैं। तो प्रभुपाद जी को प्रसन्न करना मतलब कृष्ण को प्रसन्न करना। जस्या प्रसादात भगवत प्रसाद। और यदि प्रभुपाद प्रसन्न होंगे तो कृष्ण प्रसन्न होंगे। तो हम ISKCON के सभी भक्त लोग जानते हैं कि प्रभुपाद जी को प्रसन्न करने का तरीका है उनके पुस्तकों का वितरण करना। तो फले न परिचयते, जज बाय रिजल्ट। दिस ईयर इन ऑल्दो एक कोरोना का समय है, लेकिन फिर भी भक्त लोग बड़े चालाक होते हैं। वो लोग अपना अपना नया नया तौर तरीका निकालते रहते हैं जिससे कि ज्यादा प्रचार हो सके। कोरोना के ऊपर यदि हम PMI करें, प्लस पॉइंट, माइनस पॉइंट, इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट, तो बहुत सा प्लस पॉइंट है, स्पेशली प्रचार के माध्यम से। मैं सुना कि छोटे छोटे मंदिर वाले भी करोड़ों रुपया कलेक्ट कर लिए हैं। यदि वैसे जाते डोर टू डोर लाइफ में बनाना तो नहीं बना सकते थे, लेकिन ये दिल्ली द्वारका वाले तो लगता है पूरा बैंक खोल दिए ऑनलाइन के द्वारा। वैसे ही अन्य भी भक्तों ने किया, छोटे छोटे मंदिर। वैसे ही ये पुस्तक वितरण किया गया, अच्छी तरह से ऑनलाइन प्रचार हो रहा है। मैं जानता हूं, मैं इतना कह सकता हूं, प्रभुपाद जी सभी भक्तों के एफर्ट से बड़े प्रसन्न हैं। और इसीलिए इतना पुस्तक वितरण हुआ है। वेदांत चैतन्य प्रभु टोटल कितने पुस्तक हुए हैं इंडिया में इस साल?
जी महाबिग बुक्स में 26 लाख जी।
जय श्री प्रभुपाद। और लास्ट ईयर कितना हुआ था?
लास्ट ईयर का काउंट वैसे ऐसा तो नहीं है, फिगर ऐसा करके,
अरे ऐसे
because
मतलब
last year
हम-
was
2.1 million,
but
2.1 million था लास्ट टाइम अराउंड।
last
21 लाख था।
21 लाख।
लेकिन प्राणेश्वर प्रभु 21 लाख सब किताब मिलाकर केवल कि महाबिग बुक?
प्रभु जी महाबिग बुक ही था मेरे ख्याल से।
तब तो कोई ज्यादा नहीं हुआ है इसका।
तो 5 लाख बढ़ गया,
हैं?
5 लाख बढ़ गए।
5 लाख बढ़ गए। ओ वेरी गुड वेरी गुड।
जी,
एनीवे, तो इंडिया में इतना पुस्तक वितरण हो रहा है, इतने भक्त बन रहे हैं, ये कोई ऑर्डिनरी चीज नहीं है। प्रभुपाद जी कितने प्रसन्न होंगे। प्रभुपाद जी चाहते थे इंडिया में प्रचार करना। अपने जीवन काल में प्रभुपाद जी बहुत प्रयास किए। उन दिनों इंडियन लोग सो रहे थे, उतने दुखी नहीं थे, आजकल थोड़ा ज्यादा दुखी हो गए हैं। इसलिए किसी प्रकार से कृष्ण कॉन्शसनेस को स्वीकार कर रहे हैं। अब ये पुस्तक बांटा जा चुका है। अब हम लोगों का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ज्यादा हो रहा है। मैंने सोचा कि लेक्चर देने के बजाय प्रैक्टिकल बात करना थोड़ा ज्यादा अच्छा होगा, इसलिए मैं प्रैक्टिकल बात करना चाहता हूं कि इंडियन ब्यूरो डिस्कस कर रहा है आजकल नगर आदि ग्राम। परम पूज्य लोकनाथ महाराज बिल्कुल सामने दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं, उनके पीछे बहुत सी पुस्तकें हैं। तो प्रभुपाद जी इनको आदेश दिए थे कि अभी आप शहर छोड़ करके गांव में आ जाओ और बैलगाड़ी के द्वारा प्रचार करो। मेरे पास 2-3 लेटर है, मैं इनको भेजता हूँ महाराज को याद दिलाने के लिए। तभी गांव गांव में जा करके हम लोगों को प्रचार करना, नगर आदि ग्राम, और कहाँ कहाँ पर इस्कॉन का प्रेजेंस नहीं है वहां वहां पर हम लोगों को प्रचार करना है। तो अब हम लोगों को थोड़ा ज्यादा तैयार होना पड़ेगा। थोड़ा शक्ति हम लोगों का कम हो गया बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कर करके, अब ज्यादा पढ़ नहीं पाए। तो ये तो ठीक है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट बुक, बट नाउ टाइम हैज कम, रीड बुक। तो अब समय आ गया है कि श्रील प्रभुपाद जी के ग्रंथों का हम अध्ययन करें और जहां जहां बांटे हैं उन लोगों में जा करके उन लोगों को भी अध्ययन कराएं। यदि प्रभुपाद जी के ग्रंथों का हम अध्ययन करेंगे तो क्या क्या हमको प्राप्त होता है उससे? एक तो प्राप्त होगा प्रभुपाद जी का मूड और मिशन। प्रभुपाद जी क्या चाहते थे, ये मूड और मिशन, इसके विषय में हम जानेंगे। प्रभुपाद जी का मूड क्या है, प्रभुपाद जी का मिशन क्या है, इसको हम जानेंगे। दूसरा चीज है कि प्रभुपाद जी का हम ग्रंथ पढ़ेंगे तो हमें प्यूरिटी की प्राप्ति होगी और प्रचार कार्य में प्यूरिटी इज द फोर्स। मुझे याद है 1980s में हरिओम शरण का एक टेप था, प्रभुपाद कृपा। हम लोग पुस्तक वितरण करते थे महाराष्ट्र में जाकर के और प्रायः वह टेप बजाते थे। तो मैं अनुभव किया जब वह टेप बजाते थे तो मेरा माइंड जो था ऐसे जा रहा था, और जब प्रभुपाद जी का टेप बजाते थे वंदे हम श्री गुरु, तो माइंड ऐसे जाता था। मैं तुरंत इफेक्ट देख पा रहा था प्रभुपाद जी का शब्द सुन कर करके और हरिओम शरण जी का शब्द सुन कर करके। हालांकि उन्होंने प्रभुपाद जी ग्लोरीफाई किया है, अच्छा तरह ग्लोरीफाई किया है, लेकिन प्रभुपाद जी का जो शब्द है वो प्योर शब्द है, प्यूरिटी दी फोर्स। तो प्रभुपाद जी के ग्रंथों को हम पढ़ेंगे तो प्रभुपाद जी के मूड और मिशन को तो प्राप्त करेंगे ही, साथ साथ हमें प्यूरिटी आएगी। तीसरा, हमें स्ट्रेंथ आएगा, कन्विक्शन आएगा कि प्रभुपाद और प्रभुपाद जी का ग्रंथ ही है जो वर्ल्ड को सेव कर सकता है। हम लोग मात्र इंस्ट्रूमेंट हैं, हम लोग करता नहीं है, हम लोग कठपुतली है प्रभुपाद जी के हाथ में। प्रभुपाद जैसे कराएं वैसे करने के लिए तैयार हैं। मैं सभी भक्तों को साधुवाद दूंगा कि सभी भक्तों ने मिलकर के अच्छा तरह से परिश्रम किया, और मैं एक कह सकता हूं पूरे कन्विक्शन के साथ में कि यदि भक्त लोग कुछ करना चाहें तो लोग कर सकते हैं। लास्ट ईयर पूना बॉम्बे को बीट कर दिया था, तो हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि क्या करना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए। तो हम लोगों ने प्लानिंग किया कि इस साल डबल करेंगे, और सही में बॉम्बे के भक्तों ने इस बार डबल किया। नेक्स्ट ईयर वी आर प्लानिंग टू बीट दिल्ली, मोहन प्रभु। So remember, next year we are planning to beat Delhi. Bombay was always top earlier, so we want to bring there. We want to be top again. Other example I can give of Kanpur. Of course, this is a spiritual competition. It's not like material competition to pull somebody leg or something. But just other example I can give of Kanpur. Kanpur last year distributed 25 or 30,000 books. And this year, they took a pledge of 1,25,000. I was surprised. I mean, of course, I encourage them, but I was surprised that they're taking so much. My goodness, they are biting more than what they can chew. Last year was 25, 30,000. Now 1,25,000. Primary number who is there somewhere. And they did so much so that they were requesting me, Prabhu, please arrange some more books. And BBT run out of book, no book. Same as Jaipur. So I can see that all the devotees are very inspired. Same way, Ahmedabad, our here is Karana Chaitanya Prabhu. So inspired, he report if you hear from Ahmedabad how they have done so many books. So all of you have done wonderful service by distributing these books. So please go on doing these books, but most important is that we must read these books more and more and encourage others to read. Let us divide way and means for reading book. Like हम लोगों ने बहुत परिश्रम किया, प्रयास किया, जिससे कि हम लोग इतना पुस्तक को बांट पाए। वैसे ही कुछ वे एंड मीन्स डिवाइस करें कि लोग प्रभुपाद जी के ग्रंथों का अध्ययन करें, कुछ क्वेश्चनरी लगाएं, किसी प्रकार से लोगों में इंटरेस्ट हो प्रभुपाद जी के ग्रंथों को पढ़ने के लिए। तो लास्ट टाइम भी कहा था, पूरा मैं कह रहा हूं कि कुछ हम लोग प्लानिंग करें। में भी आवर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टीम ICC should work out a common plan for reading Prabhupada books. We can create a, now we have so many IT boys, they can create a website or something where we can connect it. So anyway, this is what I have to say. And thank you for all of you inspiring your devotees. You all leaders are blessed by Srila Prabhupada. Let us inspire one and all to read Srila Prabhupada books by us reading first and then asking others to read. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
So much, Prabhuji, for your encouraging words and appreciating all the devotees throughout India for tirelessly working for this marathon. And definitely all the temples have done a commendable job by distributing these books so vigorously that when the BBT was falling short of many books and many orders were placed, still the BBT was unable to supply. So vigorously the devotees were distributing books, and thank you for reminding all of us this and appreciating the devotees for this. And Prabhuji also has been part of all of our inspiration programs and Gita Day program and all of this. And we again and again thank you, Prabhuji, for taking your time for us. And next, I'd like to call upon His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj for gracing the occasion. Maharaj is well known for his Padayatra, and Padayatris are those book distributors who are on the roads for 365 days a day, who are on marathon 365 days. and and Maharaj was also has graced the occasion, and he has also been part of our previous programs as well, wherein he has inspired in our inspiration program and Gita Day program as well. And we would like to thank Maharaj for taking out time every time for us. And now Maharaj was also not feeling well so much, but still Maharaj has agreed to be present here and be part of this wonderful celebration. And we thank Maharaj for this thing. Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, you're on mute, Maharaj.
Maharaj, please unmute yourself.
Unmute.
I said my obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. Brahmajnanatimirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshuranimithamena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And all the क्या हिंदी अंग्रेजी मराठी तो आप नहीं समझते कोई
हिंदी
भाषा चलती है हाँ?
As you please, Maharaj, as you please.
हम सभी जानते हैं प्रभुपाद बारंबार कहे कि आप मुझे प्रसन्न करना चाहते हो तो क्या करो, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट माय बुक्स। तो मैं सोच रहा था न भूतो न भविष्यति नहीं कहेंगे, लेकिन न भूतो, भूतकाल में कभी इंडिया में इतने ग्रंथों का वितरण नहीं किया था। 26 लाख 26 lakhs of books, especially mostly भगवद गीता का वितरण हो चुका है। तो हम सभी ने मिलकर श्रील प्रभुपाद को आज कितना प्रसन्न किया है। श्रील प्रभुपाद is most pleased today on this occasion as we are, हम लोग ऑफरिंग ही कर रहे हैं ये scores for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Of course, we always say for the pleasure of Prabhupada and the deities, of course, and the assembled devotees, especially now on each occasion celebration हो रहा है, marathon warriors. I don't know how many, लेकिन हो सकता है लाखों भक्त मैदान में उतरे थे as a warriors, as a योद्धा। और प्रभुपाद कहा करते थे, preaching is fighting, प्रचार मतलब युद्ध है। किसके साथ युद्ध है? Of course माया के साथ युद्ध है। और ammunition क्या है? हमारे पास श्रील प्रभुपाद के ग्रंथ ही
Maharaj, you got muted, Maharaj.
Yes, okay.
Yes, yes.
तो आप सभी ने मिलके, I want to congratulate each and every participant, winners or no winners, जो भी मैदान में उतरे उन सब का स्वागत और सबका अभिनंदन करने का ये दिन है। आपने श्रील प्रभुपाद को बहुत प्रसन्न किया है। It's another feather in Prabhupada's cap, अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं। आज हम एक another feather। तो ये सब आपके प्रयासों का फल है। I think इतना बड़ा रिजल्ट आने का कारण प्रयास भी तो of course है ही। I think we are more more organized this time, more than ever before. जैसे normally कहते हैं 80% planning, then 20% execution. तो इस समय all India ने IC got behind और सभी ने ये संगठित रूप से जो ये ग्रंथ का वितरण, coordination, communication होता रहा, inspiration from time to time, स्फूर्ति प्रेरणा दे रहे थे हमारे लीडर्स, आप सबको या हम एक दूसरों को, और आप you all got inspired and 26 lakhs of Bhagavad Gitas, जो time bombs है, तो you have planted the bombs in the field. आपका जो हम सब का जो प्रचार का क्षेत्र है भारतवर्ष, तो ये और बम की तरह, और बम जब फटते हैं तो सारा विनाश होता है, लेकिन भगवत गीता और प्रभुपाद के ग्रंथों के जो बॉम्ब्स है, ये जब फट जाते हैं तो विकास होता है. There's no damage but development, divine development होती है ये जब बम फट जाते हैं. मैं देवकीनंदन प्रभु कह रहे थे कि नगरादि ग्राम की बात कर रहे थे, तो मैं सोच रहा था कि हमारा जो बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हुआ है 26 lakhs भगवत गीता, मोस्टली बड़े नगरों में, cities में हुआ है. What about the grams? उनको याद रखना चाहिए कि इस देश की लगभग कितनी 60-70% आबादी आज भी देहातों में है, ग्रामों में है. तो हमको उनको भूलना नहीं चाहिए, उन पर भी दया दिखानी चाहिए. तो मैं इतना ही कहूँगा कि पदयात्रा, प्रभुपाद ने कहा पदयात्रा, chant the holy name, distribute books and prasadam. This is enough for your padiyatra, as Prabhupada kahe. Our padiyatris are also distributing lots of books, and more padiyatras are also on the road, including Devkinandan Prabhu ne कानपुर की ओर से, उड़ीसा में पदयात्रा प्रारंभ हो चुकी है, आंध्र प्रदेश में पदयात्रा है, गुजरात में पदयात्रा, महाराष्ट्र में पदयात्रा, half dozen states में पदयात्रा है. और आपके जानकारी के लिए, for your information and also for the pleasure of Prabhupada, मैं कहूँगा in last 1 year पदयात्रियों ने एक साल में 1 लाख प्रभुपाद के ग्रंथों का वितरण किया हुआ है. In the past, of course, Padiyatris have become the winners, global book distribution winners, वे विजेता भी हो चुके हैं. तो बहुत सारा स्कोप है ये ग्रंथ वितरण का पदयात्रा के माध्यम से. और इन्वेस्टमेंट को ज्यादा नहीं है, 10-20 लाख आप इन्वेस्ट करो, एंड देन 5-10 भक्त आप भेजो नगरादि ग्रामों में, आपके स्टेट में या आपके पड़ोस का मंदिर के पड़ोस में. बहुत सारा कीर्तन करेंगे और बहुत सारे ग्रंथों का वितरण होगा. आई थिंक आप डबल एंड ट्रिपल करना चाहते हो तो आप पार्टीज भेजो, पदयात्रा पार्टीज भेजो, ऑल ओवर यूपी, ऑल ओवर महाराष्ट्र, ऑल ओवर. ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है और काफी ग्रंथों का वितरण होता है. तो इस प्रकार प्रभुपाद की जो कृपा है, प्रभुपाद की जो बुक्स है, ग्रामों में भी पहुंच जाएंगे और उनका भी कल्याण होगा, वहां भी बम फटेंगे और उनके बाद आध्यात्मिक विकास, उन्नति होगी. So just bear this in mind. ये प्रभुपाद की strategy थी for spreading the holy name and this book distribution also, this Padayatra program. So I think ये सब आप सभी consider कर सकते हो, and you will expand your book distribution by adding 1, 2, or each temple could have several Padayatras and they could go all over. And so I congratulate my Puna Abhinandan, or thank you. Devakinandan Prabhu कह रहे थे. It's a victory day, right? Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. हम सभी अनुभव कर रहे हैं कि आज ये आंदोलन का ये विजयोत्सव है. The victory day, victory parade तो नहीं है, लेकिन इतने सारे ग्रंथों का वितरण जो हुआ है, उसमें भविष्य में हरे कृष्ण आंदोलन का और विस्तार और विकास होने वाला है. तो इसकी हम सभी ने पूर्व तैयारी की हुई है. We have just planted the seeds, और वो सीड्स अभी उसको बम कह रहे थे, अभी सीड कह रहे हैं. तो उस सीड से अंकुरित होंगे कोई धीरे धीरे वृक्ष, और फल, कृष्ण प्रेम के फल भी चखे जाएंगे. ये
I think some network issue, I think. Hare Krishna.
It is stuck now.
Yeah, it is stuck actually. Some network issue at Maharaj's end.
Okay. So
we'll just wait for a few seconds more and then go on to the next speaker, and then maybe Maharaj can continue when he comes back.
yes, Prabhuji. So meanwhile, I just want to make a small announcement saying that the YouTube link has, I started a short while ago, and it's working. And I request all those devotees who are not ICC leaders or who are not winners or any award winners to please leave the meeting and join the YouTube link. That a new YouTube link was generated because many senior leaders want to join this Zoom link. So leave space for them. So I request once again, so please, those devotees who are not winners or who are not ICC leaders, to please leave the room. And as Devakinandan Prabhu was asking about the scores of last year, it is actually 17 lakh books were distributed in India last year, and this is 26 lakhs this time, and 2.1 million, that is 21 lakhs, is for the whole of the world. And in this way, we have scored about 9 lakhs more this time. We performed better this time than compared to last year. So this is really a very, very wonderful and commendable performance by Indian Yatra. And Maharaj and Devakinandan, both of them was stressing about reading, organizing something for reading books. And last time, the Bhadra Purnama ceremony also, there was a lot of discussion went on regarding organizing something for reading books. Definitely, it is a very, very important aspect wherein we have distributed 26 lakhs books, and definitely a lot of effort should be put in to get them to read those books which were distributed. So because Maharaj is not turned up till now, so should we go on with the next speaker, Prabhuji?
Yes.
So I would like to call upon His Grace Bhima Prabhu now, who's a BBT trustee and very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and he has great contribution in Indian Yatra for developing book distribution throughout India. He has a very vital role to play, and thank you, Prabhuji, for participating in all of our previous meetings and encouraging all of us all the time. And I would request you to please take over and guide us.
Hare Krishna. Well, it's just a tremendous thing that the devotees have done. Distributed 2.5 million Bhagavad Gitas in India. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. Never in history has it ever been done before. And it was a combined effort. It was a group effort. Everybody pooled together their enthusiasm to try to make this happen. One thing we ought to keep in mind, though, is that there's other forces that are also distributing books. Like every year, the Bible Society does 8 million Bibles in India. So we can try to make that as our goal. Why not? You know, this year we did 2.5 million. Next year, 3, and gradually increase. In 5 years, we can catch the Bible Society. And can you imagine if there were 8 million Bhagavad Gitas that went out in a year here in India? It'd be phenomenal. So there's always a goal to shoot for. There's always something we can do more for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. And that's what we're here for, to please Srila Prabhupada. And when Srila Prabhupada becomes pleased, Krishna becomes pleased, and everybody in the world will do better because of that. And I want to thank Lokanath Swami, Gopal Krishna Maharaj, Jai Pataka Swami for all their tireless efforts that they've put in encouraging devotees to do book distribution. I just got back from Pune, and Pune is really fired up. I can remember when Pune wasn't even distributing 1,000 Gitas in a marathon. But now they're just doing phenomenal number of books out of Pune. They're very charged up, very fired up, as are many of the devotees around India. It's just amazing to see. There was a time when there were just a few temples that were into doing book distribution. And it's just so pleasing to see how so many devotees are now. I just heard that 144 centers reported their scores to the newsletter. That's amazing. I mean, it's just awesome result. Previously, 30, 28, 27, you know, that was the max of scores reported in the World Sankirtan newsletter. But 144 centers turned in their scores. Srila Prabhupada must be very, very happy. And all the previous acharyas are very, very happy with this result. And so much bhakti is going to be increased around the world by your wonderful efforts. Keep it up. Thank you. And all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your encouraging words and giving us a vision for the next 5 years that we have to match Bible. Definitely with your,
You can do it.
definitely, I mean, with the inspiration of all the senior devotees, definitely Indian Yatra can definitely get to that point wherein we can match Bible and we can even cross over
Sure.
8 million books.
Praneshwar leading us up, and Sahadev, they're like Maharathis, you know, Radhe Shyam Prabhu, and oh, there are just so many warriors out there. Mohan Rupa, come on. I hear the Christians are shivering now hearing about Mohan Rupa's determination to distribute more books. They're going to be wiped off the map. It's going to be tremendous. Mohan Rupa Prabhu ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And next, I would like to call upon His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj, and who is known for his attractive books and kathas. And Maharaj has really inspired ISKCON Mayapur. I mean, ISKCON Mayapur does book distribution throughout the year, and they have 8 to 10 vehicles going out all the time distributing books throughout India. And there's all a great inspiration given by Maharaj.
Excuse me.
I would like to
12 buses. Get on Mayapur, 12 buses.
12 buses. Yes, I'm wrong. 12 buses are out on the Indian roads distributing books throughout India. So there's all coming from with the inspiration of His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. So I will like to request His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj to inspire and encourage all the devotees. Please come. Hare Krishna.
I cannot see Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj on the on Zoom.
Acha.
Maybe he's left. I don't know. Hare Krishna Maharaj, you are here. It was just there. Maybe he dropped off or something, I think. So
Abhinam Nitya Prabhu, is Maharaj there?
maybe it's not there, I think. So in case if Dashavatara Prabhu, if His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj is ready, then he can speak right now.
Rishi Kumar Prabhu must be ready.
Yes, yeah.
So I would like to request His Grace Rishi Kumar Prabhu, our NADC chairman, to please address the meeting.
I think Devkinandan Prabhu wants to say something.
Acha. Yes, Project Devkinandan, please.
No, I don't say anything. I was just saying, asking only one question. Bhima Prabhu said 8 million, but that was throughout the year or only December marathon they did?
Well, throughout the year, yeah.
So what is our score throughout the year, whole India score?
The Prabhupada marathon. They don't know about it yet.
Now, what is our score throughout India? Maybe Vedanta Chaitanya Prabhu, you can find out.
Yes, Project, will find out.
Jai Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki jai. Maharaj ki jai.
Yes.
Please
So
unmute.
we'd like to
Maharaj.
welcome His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for gracing this occasion with your presence. And Maharaj has been a great inspiration for all Indian Yatra and I mean for all throughout the world, for increasing this book distribution to the level we are seeing it right now, and has esteemed leadership. Just within NCR region, around 1/3 of the India's target is realized just in NCR region, wherein around 78 lakh books are distributed. This marathon, it is all with the inspiration of Maharaj, and Maharaj has been constantly inspiring all the devotees throughout the world. And we would like to request Maharaj to encourage and congratulate all the Indian Yatra for this wonderful achievement. Thanks so much.
Hare Krishna. First, I want to thank the ICC executive team for organizing this program. I see that the leaders in India are really pushing for book distribution. We all know that Prabhupada encouraged printing and distribution of books. Thakur Bhaktivinoda was the first great acharya who did international book distribution. In 1896, the year that Prabhupada appeared on the planet, he sent a book on the life of Thakur, the life of Lord Chaitanya, to universities around the world. Bhakti Siddhantaji also encouraged his disciples to print and distribute books. As you know, when he drew a picture of a mridanga, he told Prabhupada, if Krishna gives you money, print and distribute books. So when Prabhupada also took his guru's order very seriously, Prabhupada encouraged book distribution. Why? Because these books contain transcendental knowledge spoken by the Supreme Lord. And a Vaishnava is para dukha dukhi. Seeing others in distress, he also feels distressed. And out of his compassion, he goes out to preach. So devotees in India have taken to book distribution very seriously. Actually, devotees all over the world are committed to book distribution. For example, in Kazakhstan, where it's extremely cold, there's one Mataji Krishna Naika who goes out every day of the year on book distribution, even though it is illegal in that country. The devotees everywhere know, if you want to please Prabhupada, you should distribute books. Prabhupada wanted book distribution to go on. Why? Because his books are capable of saving humanity. And Prabhupada said these books are just chanting and hearing. So devotees worked hard, and the leaders worked hard, and then the combined result was they got book distributed. We also saw in the Bhagavatam marathon, devotees worked hard, and the Bhagavatam distribution was very impressive. So we should keep encouraging book distribution. Once I arranged a book display of Prabhupada books in International Book House in Bombay. That was in 1976. Not many books were sold after a 1 month display. Prabhupada said, my books are sold due to the enthusiasm of my devotees. And in a bookshop, salesmen are not so enthusiastic. We have seen wherever there's enthusiasm, results are positive. So I want to thank all the devotees, junior and senior, took part in this marathon. We should continue to encourage book distribution. Prabhupada cared for serving humanity. When Prabhupada was residing at Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan, he used to take a changa to go to Mathura station and travel in a third-class compartment from Mathura to Delhi, and then go to Chibivara, buy paper, and then personally supervise the book distribution. Personally supervise the book production. And after the books were ready, he would go and distribute them. Once while distributing books in Kirat Place, he had a sunstroke. And Prabhupada had a sunstroke. But as soon as he came back to full consciousness, he resumed his book distribution. Prabhupada used to go to the coffee house in Delhi to distribute books. We'd go and sit down next to the people drinking coffee and preach to them about these books. Why did Prabhupada encourage book distribution? This book distribution will save humanity. Sometimes we think that book distribution doesn't have any effect. This is wrong. These books have transcendental knowledge that can save humanity. There's a simple story. Once, very recently, one person had, one businessman, he repaired a businessman who was fixing trunks. He found.
After this, Rishi Kumar will speak and then we can start awards because time okay.
These books have changed the lives of millions of people and they will continue to change. Prabhupada said, these books should one day become the law books of the world. And Prabhupada said, if you want to please me, distribute my books. We know that famous quote. And Prabhupada said, our books are quality inside, quality outside. That means he wanted our books to be presented very nicely. Prabhupada was very keen the books be printed nicely and quality inside. It means it's transcendental knowledge. So this world today is short of this knowledge. And this knowledge is there in Prabhupada's book. Let us continue to be determined to distribute these books. And as the previous speakers have said, and as we have often emphasized, we need to read these books also. Prabhupada said, when Krishna sees us reading his books, he's very pleased. Krishna sees, here is somebody trying to understand me. So let me give him the understanding, which he can come to me. We have to devise plans by which we can get feedback from those who buy these books. This is one area where we are lacking. And we also have to study these books. Prabhupada wanted us to study these books. ISKCON is like an educational institution. where we have transcendental books to study. So we should continue to distribute and study these books, and these books will show light the suffering humanity. Papa said, books are the basis. So book distribution was encouraged by Prabhupada. He took his spiritual master's order to heart. The spiritual master especially told him, distribute books and print books. And because Prabhupada was true to his guru, we see that his institution is continuing to expand. And we can see that book distribution is also continuing to expand. Prabhupada wanted his books to be printed in all the languages of the world. Today, the Bhagavad Gita is available in more than 60 languages of the world. And very recently, he printed a deluxe edition of the Urdu Gita in Pakistan. And it's a very nice presentation. And even in Pakistan, book distribution is going on. And book print publishing. Right now they are publishing a 5th canto in Bhagavatam in Urdu language. So we should endeavor to send these books. We should not foolishly think, oh, nobody wants to read these books. No. There are always sincere souls who are saying, who are waiting for someone to give them these books. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Haridas and Lord Nityananda, Kuro Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Kuro Krishna, Krishna. This message we have to carry to every corner of the globe. And if we make an effort, Krishna will give us success. Thank you very much for organizing this program. And in a letter, Prabhupada said, now we should place the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Chaitanya Charitamrita in every house. He said, in every house, you place these books. So it's nice that devotees are also distributing Bhagavatam sets. And Prabhupada wanted to be Srimad Bhagavatam and the Chaitanya Charitamrita to be available in every house in India. So let us continue to distribute these books enthusiastically. And Prabhupada said, as long as book distribution goes on, I will never die. So Prabhupada will continue to preach his books. We should study his books and endeavor to distribute these books. That will please Prabhupada and all our acharyas very much. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for your really inspiring words. You have reminded us of Srila Prabhupada's hardships in printing these books and distributing these books. And you have also reminded us of the importance of distributing these books and reading these books ourselves, studying these books personally, and placing of Srimad Bhagavatam Chaitanya Charitamrita sets in each and every house. So thank you for giving us a vision and an understanding. Thanks so much.
Thank all of you again for organizing this program and encouraging book distribution. Thank you very much.
Maharaj, if you can just kindly stay on for a few minutes for giving the awards, it will be very inspiring for people.
I'm at your service. I just have a bad throat.
Oh,
I'm at your service.
okay, Maharaj. Okay,
No, I'm on the line.
Okay, in a few minutes, we'll be just distributing the awards in
No
case
problem.
it's possible, Maharaj. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
That's the least we can do.
Thank you. Yes, Vedant Chetan.
And His Grace Devkinandan Prabhu wanted to pass on some important message. So I'd like to request Roji, please.
Yeah, I just wanted to inform and say that organization has a great potential. This year, ICC organized book distribution by different seminar, collective, and collectively we have achieved a lot. So thank you once again, keep it up. But as Lokanath Swami said, I also mentioned, let us plan it out, the organizer, plan it out for distributing books in villages. Believe me, that is a green field. It's not touch. People are so nice. Yesterday, I just give one example. Yesterday, we went to near Jaunpur. We are getting around 50-acre land donation. So we went, and the watchmen who are taking care of the property, we went to their place just to see the land, and we didn't say anything, nothing. The lady from the house, they brought chair, they asked for water and sweet and so on and so forth. They didn't ask us, where have you come from? What do you want? Why have you come here? Like city people, they ask. So people are very pious in village, and they have time. If we don't do the books, then there will be bombardment of the TV and politics and whatnot. So it is a really good time. This is just right time to distribute books to the village. I will request ICC or Book Distribution Organization Committee, please get into this thing and let's organize book distribution in villages. Thank you, Prabhu. Sorry.
Thank you, Prabhu, for this very important message, wherein you were emphasizing the importance about distributing books in villages especially, and that is really a left out area where we have to focus on. Thank you for reminding us. And after this, I would like to request His Grace Rishi Kumar Prabhu, who's NADC chairman, to address the meeting. And afterwards, the most awaited event of the bar distribution will be starting after Rishi Kumar Prabhu delivers his speech.
Hare Krishna. Mukam karoti vacharam angam lankayati girim yat kripatam mahamande Sri Gurum Tinataranam Paramananda Madhavan Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. I literally felt Mukam karoti vachalam because initially I was not allowed to unmute myself. And probably with the presence of so many senior Vaishnavas, now I'm able to speak. The very first marathon, incidentally, was the first serious official marathon in ISKCON history was in the year 1972. So this year we'll be celebrating the 50th year of the marathon. So probably a bigger goal for us to look at. And it's very incidental. I just suddenly realized that I was also born in 1972. So it motivates me, it inspires me so much more to be a part of this wonderful movement, to be a part of this marathon. And in 1978, after Srila Prabhupada left the planet 1 year after that, was probably the greatest marathon recorded in ISKCON history. 15 million books were distributed worldwide. And we have far surpassed that, almost doubled it this year. But then we also learned that ISKCON has learned from adversity, converting it into an opportunity. With the last 2 years of COVID backdrop, so many senior Vaishnavas, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, His Grace Bhima Prabhu, His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, His Grace Devakinandan Prabhu, so many Vaishnavas were involved right through motivating us online, increasing the online presence of ISKCON as a society, developing newer contours of book distribution, opening up new vistas and avenues, and also increasing the number of feet on the street. Amazing that so many devotees fell sick, maybe even along with the rest, but many of the book distributors were never sick. They were always out on the street and distributing books. So Krishna really protects, and that's what is the faith that's going to help us, because these marathon warriors are there to assist the Senapati Bhakta. Every Senapati has to have a Sena, and these are the warriors. And they've done a tremendous job, particularly in the northern region. I could speak for the region which I represent as chairperson. Tremendous service from so many temples: ISKCON Delhi, ISKCON Punjabi Bagh, whole of Delhi NCR, Chandigarh, Vrindavan, Kanpur, even lots of Rajasthan, including Udaipur, Chittorgarh. So many temples are faring in the awards as well. They're doing very well in all the various levels. Faridabad, which is a preaching center, has done so well. It's almost like a big temple in terms of book distribution. So there is a collective consensus on this, that we have to grow book distribution, and Srila Prabhupada's major book distribution exploits, so to say, were in Delhi itself. And therefore, the whole of North is benefiting from this wave. And wonderful numbers have come in from the Northern India Divisional Council. However, the great challenges we face in form of the COVID will hopefully be overcome. And this year, let me remind you and myself that this will be the 50th year of the first 50th year of the strongest marathon that ISKCON ever officially started. And we should therefore push further to take from the momentum of this year of Srila Prabhupada's 125th anniversary. Just as in 1978, the numbers really grew because of service and separation from Srila Prabhupada. This year also the numbers were huge, drawing from Srila Prabhupada's energy of the 125th anniversary. And so this year we look forward to even greater numbers, greater possibilities of growing. I welcome you all to stay in touch. The Northern India Division also, we should all stay in touch and help each other, share resources, knowledge management, training, so that there are better book distributors, better techniques of distribution, and greater knowledge among the book distributors through the study of Srila Prabhupada's books. I thank every one of you who has taken part in this marathon. And like Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj often mentions to us that Maya's marathon is for the whole year. We can't just stop ourselves with this limited 1.5 months of marathon. So let's, as they say, go for it. Marathon warriors ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thanks so much, Prabhuji, for your really encouraging words. Thank you so much.
Vedant Chetan Prabhu, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj wants to say something.
Yes, yes.
Maharaj, please unmute.
Maharaj, please unmute yourself.
Yes. Maharaj, again unmuted. Again muted. Yes.
Okay. There's nothing like reading and meditating on Prabhupada quotes. Here's a letter that Prabhupada wrote in January 1977. I warn that every respectable person has a full set of Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita in his home. So Prabhupada is saying he wants every respectable person to have a full set of Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we please meditate how we can start to put Bhagavatam and CC in every house. Another quote of Prabhupada, book distribution is also chanting. The books are recorded and chanted. They are transcendental. It is spoken kirtan. The book distribution is also chanting. These are not ordinary books. It is recorded chanting. Anyone who reads is hearing and perfecting his life. Book distribution has not been neglected. There are many quotes of Prabhupada. I wanted to share these two quotes with all of you. Meditate on these quotes and you'll get a spiritual energy to keep distributing books. Thank you very much. I will.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for reading out these quotes for us. And now we'd like to start with the award ceremony, wherein so I would like to request His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj to stay back. And now we'll be starting with the first category, that is the big temples. Big temples. And if the award stream is ready, then we can start with this. Starting with.
Yes, Prabhu, you can start.
Yes, thank you so much. Starting with the big temples, the third stands with an aggregate of 4,95,973 book points. Third stands ISKCON Juhu. So I'd like to request Praneshwar to please spotlight ISKCON Juhu so that Maharaj can.
ISKCON Juhu.
Is Brajari here?
Krishna Bhajan Prabhu has joined from ISKCON Juhu.
Krishna Bhajan Prabhu. Okay.
Okay. Brajari is not there, huh?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances.
Awards team is ready with the award. Haribol, Hare Krishna.
Yes, award is shown. I mean, there's a virtual presentation of awards.
So we would request His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj to kindly virtually hand over the trophy for ISKCON Juhu to Krishna Bhajan Prabhu on behalf of Juhu.
Krishna Bhajan, you're receiving the trophy on behalf
Yes.
of Samkirtan Devotees in Bombay.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Thank you very much, all the Vaishnavas, for kindly guiding us and inspiring us for this book distribution. And we hope and pray that you keep on inspiring and guiding us. And Prabhupada's had this simple mantra, double it. We, on behalf of ISKCON Juhu, we pledge here that we will try to double our score this year also. Hare Krishna. For 2020.
We'll try to beat Delhi. We'll try to beat Delhi next year.
Yes, yes.
You're welcome to it every year.
So we'll try to.
Krishna Bhajan is specializes in getting people to do Tula Dan.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah, next time, actually this December, I would request you 2022 that you please stay with us for about 1 week.
Okay.
And about 1 week, and I'll make your Tuladan at least 25 times, not
Okay.
less than. Last year we did about 13-14 times. This year I want to double your Tulabhar. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
as you say.
Don't make him too fat.
Yeah, that's up to Mohan Rupa Prabhu. He'll make him, his weight will be increased. Already he's spiritually very heavy, he is Guru. But physically also his weight will be increased and our school will be increased. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj.
And second stands with an aggregate of 8,18,726.45 book points. ISKCON Delhi.
Hello.
So
Who's there from ISKCON Delhi? Who is there from ISKCON Delhi?
Mohan Rupa is not there.
Mohan Rupa.
He's here.
Mohan Rupa, I cannot see him actually.
He's there, he's there.
He's there. So we're handing over the trophy to Mohan Rupa.
Hare Krishna.
Vedant Chaturbabu, who will be handing over the trophy?
I mean, Maharaj will be handing over the trophy for all the big temples.
Okay, yes. Mohan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can you say something, Mohan Prabhu, again, please?
Yes. Yeah. So it's all by the blessings and mercy of Maharaj, and because he's the guiding force and he has been always pushing us, inspiring us to distribute books. And we'll try our best. This time we wanted to do more, but somehow there was shortage of books. So, but we want to double it next time. His great Devkinandan Prabhu has already given us a challenge. So we now accept the challenge and we like to distribute more and more books this year.
Be victorious.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for inspiring and encouraging us. Hare Krishna.
You know, Prabhupada encouraged transcendental competition. In the early days, Prabhupada used to say, just like this competition between Advaita and Vishaka, we encourage competition amongst temples.
Hare Krishna. Mohan Rupa Prabhu, आप कुछ भी करो. Next year गोपाल कृष्ण महाराज हमारे साथ 15 दिन रहने वाले जुहू में और आपके आगे हम जाने वाले हैं. महाराज जी का आशीर्वाद हो तो.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohan Prabhu. And it was really a very close competition between ISKCON Delhi and ISKCON Pune, wherein the difference is very, very less. But still, ISKCON Pune now stands first with an aggregate of 8,57,688 points.
Hare
Here's a Samkirtan leader in Pune.
Hare Krishna. Radhesham Prabhu is there. Radhesham Prabhu.
Oh, Radhesham. He sets a very good example.
Maharaj, you have been always coming to Pune before the marathon and after the marathon. My spiritual master told me, I am not very surprised how Pune is topping the rank because I know who is behind it. He said, his own is Gopal Maharaj. He said, he is coming and giving all of his strength and you guys are running. That's how you're able to do, he told us. Thank you, Maharaj. This year also we are looking forward, not only a virtual trophy from your hand now, but we are looking forward to having you personally come, and because all devotees are expecting your personal visit this year also. They've been always coming and blessing us and empowering us every time. So because of your inspiration, Maharaj, devotees are increasing year after year. Number of book distributors are increasing now in Pune. And Sarlakshan Prabhu has very good assistant, Amya Madhusudan Prabhu, and good in computer. And Sarlakshan Prabhu is very good in planning vision and inspiring the devotees in bus party and multiple avenues by which he has been sending devotees. And this time for each congregation counselor, he made one email, one separate account, so that they can actually, each of them will be personally attended. He goes for the meetings also, for all the counselor meetings, and he inspires the people online. He goes. I am only sitting here in Pune just to clap hands. I'm just watching how wonderfully they do. Actually, I was planning to put myself in my video mute so that I can also watch Sarlakshan Prabhu and clap hands for him. I don't deserve to come here because I'm just doing my preaching programs and I do my little lot of distribution. This Sarlakshan Prabhu and Amya Madhusudan Prabhu and Vijay Gopikeshwar Prabhu and a big team of devotees, congregation devotees in Pune who are actually running everything, Maharaj.
I think Radha Shyam is being very humble. He sets the example by personally going out and distributing books. He has contacts and he goes out the whole month on book distribution. And nothing is better than example. You set the example and the others follow. Thank you very much, Radha Shyam.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, Radhesham Prabhu and Sarvalakshan Prabhu. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for giving away these awards. And so now we'd like to further proceed with medium temples. And I would like to request His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj to please give away these awards to the winners. And amongst the medium temples, with an aggregate of 2,19,446 points, ISKCON Hyderabad stands third. ISKCON Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Who's there from Hyderabad? Anybody from Hyderabad?
Hey, Leelananda Prabhu. Leelananda Prabhu.
Please speak.
Leelananda Prabhu. Venugopal Prabhu is there? Like you. Venugopal Krishna Prabhu.
Venugopal Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji. See.
Okay, Venugopal Prabhu, please speak. We'll spotlight you.
Put on your video, Venugopal Krishna Prabhu. Yeah. Okay. And he's our Sankirtan leader in Hyderabad. Hey, actually, he is speaking. We can't hear him. You can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Unmute him.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Thank you for giving this opportunity. And I'm thanking all the Maharajas here and senior Vaishnavas so that I can able to speak. Actually, this credit goes to two great leaders who inspired us continuously with their inspiration and continuous motivation. Not only motivation, they personally came in distributing books, and especially His Grace Radhesham Prabhu and Sitaram Prabhu. Actually, we recently they started Adilabad, Warangal, Tenali. So as Maharaj was saying, personally, Radhesham Prabhu was going for book distribution. Yes, Prabhu, because of Radhesham Prabhu, other centers in Hyderabad also distributing more and more. And as Mukund Madhav Prabhu said, we copied all the strategies which is implemented in Pune. So the success lies there actually, because here brahmacharis are from Pune. So we copied all the strategies what is implemented in Pune. So because of that strategies, we are able to achieve more than 1,06,000. All credit goes to His Grace Radhesham Prabhu and Sitaram Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Radhesham Prabhu, for inspiring us.
Hyderabad is one of the temples that Prabhupada personally opened. He installed Radha Madan Mohan deities. And so we are happy to see that ISKCON Hyderabad is getting a glorious name by your efforts of distributing books. All glories to ISKCON Hyderabad and all the ISKCON, the marathon warriors of ISKCON Hyderabad. Ki Jai. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful offering. And next, in the medium temples category, second stands with an aggregate of 2,73,600 book points, ISKCON Ahmedabad. ISKCON Ahmedabad.
Karana, Jai Ho.
Karana Chaitanya Prabhu.
Unmute him. You unmute him. He mute.
Karuna Chaitanya Prabhu?
Who is receiving the
Unmute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Devotees are there. काफी सारी भक्त उपस्थित है. Abhinandan, congratulations, ISKCON Ahmedabad. And I'm reminded of Jasamati Nandan Prabhu K. I mean, he used to be the spirit behind the book distribution of in Ahmedabad, and he used to be part of the whole marathon. Unfortunately, this is first time he is not with us, but I think for his pleasure, he distributed tons of books in Ahmedabad, and I'm sure the Samatyananda Prabhu is pleased. And of course, pleased Srila Prabhupada also by distributing lots of books. And you're number 2, right? This is number 2 in the medium temple.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes.
Congratulations. Wonderful.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Brother Govinda Dev ki jai.
Yeah. Kalna Chandru would like to speak something.
Hare Krishna. तो सब वैष्णव मेरा प्रणाम है.
Volume, please increase volume.
हरे कृष्णा. आवाज आ रहा है?
आवाज बढ़ा दो.
ठीक से नहीं आ रहा है आवाज.
आ रहा है प्रभु जी?
चलेगा लेकिन
ठीक है प्रभु जी, चलेगा.
बोलिए.
हम सबसे आभारी है हिज होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज जी. तो महाराज जी का ये प्रेरणा था और आशा था, उसकी वजह से हम सब कुछ शिल प्रभुपाद के मूवमेंट में कंट्रीब्यूट कर पा रहे हैं. साथ में हिज ग्रेस देवकी नंदन प्रभु, जिन्होंने हमें मैराथन के शुरुआत में ही प्रभु जी ने आशीर्वाद दिया था. हमने आशीर्वाद मांगा था कि प्रभु जी 1 लाख से ज्यादा हो जाए, तो प्रभु जी ने आशीर्वाद दिया था, तो हम 1,35,000 भगवद गीता वितरण कर पाए. हमारा इच्छा था 1,25,000 हो जाए, बट देवकी नंदन प्रभु जी के आशीर्वाद की वजह से 1,35,000 हो गया. तो हम और भी सभी वैष्णव और महाराज के कभी अहमदाबाद के अंदर जैसे जसोमती नंदन प्रभु थे, प्रभु जी थे, तो वो हमारे लिए सब कुछ थे. लेकिन प्रभु जी के जाने के बाद यहाँ अहमदाबाद में कोई वरिष्ठ भक्त नहीं है फिलहाल. तो मैं सभी वरिष्ठ भक्तों को, सन्यासी महाराज जी को मैं विनती करता हूँ कि वो अहमदाबाद ज्यादा से ज्यादा आए, और हम सभी जो है जैसे अनाथ हो गए, कोई प्रभुपाद डिसाइपल नहीं है, कोई सन्यासी नहीं है, तो आए ज्यादा से ज्यादा और हमको प्रेरणा दे, हमें आशीर्वाद दे, ताकि हम भक्ति में आगे बढ़े और प्रभुपाद जी की सेवा कर पाए. तो ये आप सभी सीनियर भक्तों से मेरा ये विनती है कि अहमदाबाद के ऊपर एक विशेष कृपा बनाए रखे. थैंक यू वेरी मच. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And now amongst the medium temples, the winners amongst the medium temples with an aggregate of 3,69,516 points is a distant first stands ISKCON Punjabi Bagh.
तकलीफ हमारे पास है, हमारा इंटरनेट खराब है, काम नहीं कर रहा है.
ISKCON Punjabi Bagh.
ना.
Murli Krishna, somebody must be here.
Then Chaitanya is speaking, I cannot hear anything.
Anybody from Punjabi Bagh? Murli Krishna Prabhu was, he's there. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Prabhu, you can speak if you.
Murli Krishna Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances to all the Prabhus and Maharajas. We are very glad and to receive this privilege. And while in the midst of the marathon, lot of devotees, our congregation devotees and brahmacharis, they asked me that why we are keeping the target to 3 lakh only. For so many years we are doing this. They were saying we should go for 5 lakh, and right after the marathon is over, we should start the next marathon. And this year we purchased a new book distribution vehicle. So our book distribution devotees, they came back on 31st of December, took a little break, settled the accounts. And yesterday again, they left for a 30 days trip, for book distribution. So we need your blessings. And all our congregation devotees, our brahmacharis, youth devotees are very fired up and very inspired. And they were really blessed with so many miracles. And distributing this year, there was a very special thing which happened was that on the roads, even our new devotees were distributing not single books, but whole cartons in small towns, cities, and full Bhagavatam sets, full Krishna book cartons, full Bhagavad Gita cartons. So it was very inspiring and very purifying. So we need all of your blessings, all the Maharajas and Prabhujis. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for this wonderful performance, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji was expressing that they have even ordered 80,000 books, which they are supposed to get now.
90,000.
90,000 books they have to get now, and that is not added in the score as such. And now we'll be moving on to the next category of small temples. Thank you so much.
His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj is here. Earlier, he was not able to speak. I think we would like to request him to speak for a couple of minutes. Yes. Maharaj, you are here, Maharaj? Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj? I think he joined. Maybe he's not able to unmute or something.
Okay.
Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj? Video is on? Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj video? Baldev Prabhu, he's there on the call or not? Okay, we can go ahead with the awards and then we'll see.
Yes, Prabhuji. So I'd like to thank His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj for giving away these awards. And next, I would like to call upon His Grace Bhima Prabhu to distribute awards for the small temples. Next category, small temples. And amongst the small temples, third stands ISKCON Baroda with an aggregate of 35,239.5 points.
Anybody from ISKCON Baroda?
ISKCON Baroda.
ISKCON Baroda, anybody? I think Vamshidhari Prabhu is there, yes.
Vamshidhari Prabhu is raised his hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd like to say something, Vamshidhari Prabhu?
Vamshidhari Prabhu would like to say something.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji, due to the guidance and blessings of His Grace Vasubhos Prabhu, this year, first time we organized more support from congregation, and we made some plans like that. Those who are distributing 125 books, they will get some coupons in Govindas, and different schemes we launched. Because of that, the congregation became interested, and due to that, the book distribution this year was much better than other years. And this was the idea of some of the committee members, some of the book distribution committee members, that congregation likes to eat in Govindas. So if we give the coupon and 50% coupon discount and these things, so congregation devotees immediately become interested. So a lot of congregation took part in book distribution, and because of that, the distribution score came up. So His Grace Vasubhos Prabhu and Nityanand, they were the main driving force behind all these things. Hare Krishna.
Thanks so much, Prabhuji.
I present this award to ISKCON Baroda.
Third place. And among the small temples, second stands All India Padyatra with an aggregate of 36,438.5 points.
All India Padyatra, anybody from All India Padyatra? Please put your video on. Anybody there? Who's there?
All India Padyatra, Acharya Prabhu or somebody.
Baldev, we can see anybody?
Just they can give it to Loknath.
We can give to His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj.
Loknath Swami Maharaj. Loknath Swami Maharaj can accept.
Yes, I'm just trying to. Loknath Maharaj's video is not on. Mohan Prabhu wants to say something, I think.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Here we have Akhildar Prabhu. Akhildar Prabhu is proper disciple and he's very active in Padyatra. So if you want, then he can receive on the behalf of Padyatra.
Sure.
That's nice.
Akhildar Prabhu is there.
Sure. So this second place goes to All India Padyatra. And Akhildar Prabhu will be handing it over on behalf of.
Akhildar Prabhu has read Krishna book more than 84 times.
Hare
Krishna.
So he is very active in Padyatra.
So anyway.
Prabhuji, I mean, you're on mute, Prabhuji. Yes.
They're engaging me. All India, especially now in my life, Maharaj has me engaged in the different states where the Padyatra is going on 1 month, and then back here with Bon Roop and his team here, and in Delhi, 1 month out, and then back here for rest and recovery, and then back out on the road. And I'm just coming from Kanpur, from the UP, Kanpur-based UP party. And it, like Devakinandan was expressing, it is so sweet in these little villages. And they're telling me how they've never seen ISKCON devotees in these places. And they're so ripe. The schools and the village people are so simple and pure-hearted, and they're so ripe for Krishna consciousness. And so, yeah, I can only express this kind of expansion of vision for the villages of India, you know, and this, especially here in northern UP, it's the sweetest experience I've ever had in my whole life. So anyway, I just really appreciate the great enthusiasm that is manifesting in this meeting, and the increase of book distribution coming from Bharat, where it began in the West, where that that Maha Marathon after Prabhupada's disappearance in '78, with 15 million books distributed. Now, here in India,
26 lakhs.
Now here in Bharat. Bharat is best. Not India, not India, not Hindustan or India, but Bharat, we have to get Bharat back on the map, Sanatan Dharma. And this book distribution is the beginning, the middle, and the end, where everything will come. Okay, so anyway, my Dandavat Pranam to every participant on the book distribution marathon and then all throughout the year, and every participant in this meeting. I just feel so amazed, just so inspired to be part of this family. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Especially Akhiladhar Prabhu, in the past 15, 20 years, he's dedicated to book distribution all over India with Padayatras. This is all that he does. This is Akhiladhar. His whole life is, centered around book distribution on Padayatra. His inspiration for book distribution on Padayatra. And now we have more Padayatras, and we would like him to travel from Padayatra to Padayatra and inspiring devotees to distribute more books. And we would like to inspire all ISKCON leaders to start more Padayatras. So there is more book distribution. You could see the scope. Padayatra could be the winner. Padayatra is winning the book distribution award. So there's so much potential. And with little investment, just 10, 20 lakhs, you're spending 20 crores. No ISKCON temple is less than 20 crores these days. But in 20 lakhs, 15, 20 lakhs, you could have a mobile temple that does book distribution and other, of course, so many other things, spreading the holy name, but especially book distribution. So please you look into this, take this Padayatra spirit and strategy to distribute books. And we could be reaching not just the towns, but the villages also, which is more population is out there in the villages. Let's not deprive them of this mercy of Krishna in the form of Srila Prabhupada's books. So Padayatra ki jai, and Padayatris ki jai, Padayatra book distributors ki jai, or Akhiladhar Prabhu ki jai. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Akhiladhar Prabhu. And so I would like to proceed next. In the small temples category, ISKCON Chandigarh stands first with an aggregate of 1,01,673 book points. ISKCON Chandigarh. Akru Nandan Prabhu is here.
Chandigarh more than double this year.
Akruna Prabhu, please say something. Yes, okay.
Akru Nandan Prabhu is here. Akru Nandan Prabhu, please. You can speak something, Prabhuji.
In our temple, devotees are very enthusiastically distributed, especially our congregation devotee and particularly our youth and our other co-president Nam Prem Prabhu also worked hard to distributing books. So our devotees went to different places, like visited Haryana, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, and other places also by bus and distributed. By this, we were able to achieve this target. First time we were able to cross 50,000 books. Otherwise, beforehand we were below that. And this time, in spite of there is a shortage of books at the end of the marathon, and also COVID started. Still, by the enthusiasm devotees and also by the blessings of and inspiration of all the senior devotees, we could able to achieve this target of 50,000. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Akru Nandan Prabhu, for this wonderful performance in book distribution. And I would like to thank His Grace Bhima Prabhu for presenting these awards. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And I would like to request now His Grace Devaki Nandan Prabhu to give over the awards to the next category, The next category is preaching centers. And amongst the preaching centers, ISKCON Udaipur stands third with an aggregate of 16,785 book points. ISKCON Udaipur.
ISKCON Udaipur. Anybody?
Please raise your hand. Yes.
I saw Ajay Gauranga is there. Ajay Gauranga Prabhu. Yeah.
Ajay Gauranga Prabhu is also there.
Yeah, he there.
Ajay Gauranga Prabhu. The video is on.
So there are a nice team of devotees. Ajay Gauranga Prabhu is part of the council, and they have really worked hard to distribute so many books. I myself is surprised, but yes, they are all powerful warriors. They can do the blessing of Guru and Krishna. And so they are doing wonderfully. And hopefully, Ajay Gauranga next year double it.
Yes, Guru. Yes.
Okay. You want to say
Next.
something?
Yes.
Ajay Gauranga Prabhu, you want to say something?
Yes. परम पूज्य गोपाल कृष्ण महाराज के आशीर्वाद से, गुरु महाराज परम पूज्य लोकनाथ स्वामी महाराज के आशीर्वाद से एंड देवकीनंद प्रभु जी के इंस्पिरेशन वर्ड और आशीर्वाद से हम ये कुछ सेवा कर पाए हैं प्रभुपाद जी के आशीर्वाद के लिए। अगले साल हम और डबल करने जैसे प्रभु जी ने कहा है, हम पूरा प्रयास करेंगे। आप सभी वैष्णवों का आशीर्वाद चाहिए। हम छोटा सेंटर है हमारा, हम प्रयास आपके आशीर्वाद से हम इसको और ऊंचाई पे ले जा पाए। और गोपाल कृष्ण महाराज जी आपसे एक कृपा विनती है कि मई में उदयपुर के टेम्पल का भूमि पूजन है, अगर आप आ सके तो हमारी बहुत आपका आभारी रहेंगे।
आएंगे।
हरि बोल, हरि बोल।
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Okay, here is a word. Hare Krishna.
And next, second stands ISKCON Magadi Main Road, Bangalore Temple with an aggregate of 21,085 book points. ISKCON Magadi Road, Bangalore.
Is Bangalore temple there?
They have raised their hand.
Yes.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Say something. You are mute. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Who's your
Please
leader?
accept my humble obeisances to all the assembled Maharajas and Prabhus. On the occasion of Srila Prabhupada's 125th anniversary, we attempted for a small offering for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada and the entire Guru Parampara, based on the blessings and the inspiration from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. We are able to do this small offering, and most importantly, by the personal inspiration and guidance from His Grace Chaitanya Avatari Prabhu. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the devotees who participated to achieve this insignificant service for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. And by taking inspiration from all these wonderful marathon warriors, I wish and like to serve more in the future and make some better contribution for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada by doing more book distribution in the years to come.
Hare Krishna. So here it goes. Hari Bol.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Vaishnav. And amongst preaching centers, first stands ISKCON Panihatti with an aggregate 24,149 book points. ISKCON Panihatti. Please raise your hand so that we can spotlight you. ISKCON Panihatti.
Who's there from ISKCON Panihatti? Panihatti?
Panihatti.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Yes,
So please speak something.
Bollo, kuch bol do.
Actually, our book distribution started when His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj personally wrote to me, and we had set a target of 4,000 books, and by Krishna's grace, we were able to do 10,000 books. So we especially would like to extend our thanks to His Holiness Bhakti Prem Maharaj, because he was here and he started distributing Chaitanya Charitamrita sets in the class. So he did 16 sets then and there. So everyone got inspired, and that's how we could do so many books.
Here. So he will give award to you. Here, come on. दे दो. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Praneshwar Prabhu, I have a lecture 5 o'clock, but I'm
Okay,
already.
Vijay. Thank you very much for coming, Vijay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vijay.
Thank you so much. And next, I would like to request His Grace Basu Ghosh Prabhu, who is with us now, His Grace Basu Ghosh Prabhu, to give away the awards for the next category of extension centers. Extension centers, next category. And amongst the extension centers, third stands ISKCON Latur Central with an aggregate of 10,000 book points. ISKCON Latur Central with an aggregate of 10,000 book points.
Anybody from Latur Central? Hare Krishna. Anybody? Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand.
Yugal Prem Prabhu, Latur Central.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Yes, Yugal Prem Prabhu is here. Yugal Prem Prabhu, could you please speak something?
Okay, take it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Unmute kar sakta hai.
Yes, yes. I am. Prabhuji, you are able to unmute now? Yes, yes. Yes,
We
Basu
could not
Ghosh,
hear
please.
actually. Can you repeat the message?
I mean, you stand third, Prabhuji, and we request you to speak something.
Yeah. We are really grateful to all of you for arranging this ceremony, wonderful ceremony, which definitely is inspiration for everyone. And this was beyond our expectations. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master, and under the guidance and inspiration by our behind sitting Malini Mataji, under their inspiration and guidance we could do. And especially our congregation devotees, they did their wonderful job wholeheartedly. And they literally gave their time in spite of their family life and struggles. But definitely they have done, they are deserving. And another important thing is that our youth preaching did a wonderful job under the guidance and managed by His Grace Srinivas Priya Prabhu, and he's not here present in our group right now. And also Chetan Prabhu and their team wholeheartedly, literally they were like warriors. And as Devkinandan Prabhu said that village preach, if we do the village preaching, so that stage was given here, and village preaching we did, book distribution, and also schools and colleges. We got a wonderful response. So all these are dedicated devotees here. All credit goes to all of them. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. We request Basu Ghosh Prabhu to please hand over this prize, I mean virtually.
Yes.
Abhinandan, Abhinandan, Abhinandan.
We would also request His
So
Grace
that we can do
Basu
much
Ghosh-
more better in the future.
Hare Krishna. We would also request His Grace Basu Ghosh Prabhu to please speak for a couple of minutes. I think you joined a little later, maybe.
Yeah.
If you can speak for a couple of minutes, please.
Well, I think it's already been said by so many others. Prabhupada desired this. By this propaganda, ISKCON has expanded by leaps and bounds. When Prabhupada left this world 44 years ago, ISKCON had eight centers in India. And now there's 400 centers. They're not all represented here today, but only 80. only. So many devotees are preaching all over India. So it's really Hare Krishna explosion. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger, looks like. What can I say? You know, you're all taking your time and energy to distribute the books and make devotees and finding success. So it's pleasing to the Guru Parampara and the message of Krishna. Actually, because now the Hindus are giving up their culture So they don't know what is Bhagavad Gita. So we're giving them a chance by distributing the books. So go on, everyone. Let's go. Continue. What can I say? I feel, not enough can be said to encourage devotees to keep on preaching, keep on distributing books. It's an amazing scores that I'm hearing. The sky is the limit. It's unlimited. Nobody would have thought so many languages, Bhagavatam sets, Gitas, etc. And in small places, small towns, not only in the big cities. Even where we've been distributing books for 40 years, the people are still buying the books. And book distribution has been going on for 40 years, at least as far as I can recall. Before 40, we didn't have so many books. Right from 1980, we started to get a lot of books. Before 80, there were very limited publications, just a handful here in India. Abroad, of course, it had been going on. It's getting close to, 55 years of ISKCON. 55 years of ISKCON. More, what, 56? Okay, I guess I'll end it there. Thank you
very
for
much.
distributing. I guess I should thank everyone for distributing books. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Please stay back for giving the awards. Vedant Chetan Prabhu, next.
And among the extensions, second stands ISKCON Yavatman with 11,230 points to its credit. ISKCON Yavatman.
Anybody from ISKCON Yavatman?
WADs. Yes, Abhiram Nitai Prabhu is here.
Abhiram Nitai Prabhu, yeah. Okay. Yes. हाँ, सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि थोड़ा थोड़ा ही बोले, है ना, एक मिनट बोले सिर्फ, है ना।
हरे कृष्णा। सर्वप्रथम मैं परम पूज्य गोपाल कृष्ण स्वामी महाराज के चरणों में प्रणाम करता हूं और परम पूज्य लोकनाथ स्वामी महाराज के चरणों में प्रणाम करता हूं और सभी वैष्णवों के चरणों में प्रणाम करता हूं कि हम इस साल में ये कोरोना के पीरियड में भी भगवत गीता का वितरण किए। इसका कारण यह है कि हमें प्रेरणा मिली परम पूज्य लोकनाथ स्वामी महाराज से कि वो हर दिन हमें सुबह जपा टॉक में गीता की ग्लोरी बताते थे और गीता पढ़नी है और गीता वितरण करनी है। और जो भी हमें समय मिला है ये 2 महीने का, और महाराज जी स्पेशल हमें प्रेरणा दी है कि केवल हम हर साल 1 महीना भगवत गीता का वितरण करते थे, लेकिन इस साल हमें 1 महीना पे ही रुकना नहीं है, 2 महीने करना है। तो और हमें प्रेरणा मिली महाराज जी से और सारे वैष्णवों ने भी हमें मदद की और इनके सहयोग से हम ये कर पाए। हरे कृष्ण, धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद Abhiram Nitai Prabhu. So please hand over the award Prabhuji virtually. And next, amongst the extension centers, stands first ISKCON Thane. ISKCON Thane. Revati Raman Prabhu, please raise your hand. ISKCON Thane stands first.
Please raise your hand. Revati Raman Prabhu.
Yes, he's here.
Yeah.
हरे कृष्णा। सभी वैष्णव के और गुरु महाराज गोपाल कृष्ण महाराज देवनंदन को सभी सीनियर वैष्णव के चरणों में दंडवत प्रणाम। हमें बहुत प्राउड फील हो रहा है क्योंकि ये पहला साल था हमारा एक्सटेंशन सेंटर अभी WADC के द्वारा पास हुआ और उसी साल हम प्रभुपाद की कृपा से फर्स्ट नंबर आए। तो ये हमारे लिए दूध में जैसे घी शक्कर मिलाए वैसे हुआ है। और हमारे सारे कांग्रेगेशन हमारे साथ बैठे हैं, हमारे राजेश प्रभु, और प्रभुपाद की कृपा से हम पहले ही साल में पहला नंबर प्राप्त किए। तो विशेष कृपा है, विशेषकर गुरु महाराज की, क्योंकि उन्होंने टारगेट दिया था मैं टारगेट नहीं लिया, जुहू से इस बार कोई टारगेट नहीं मिला था, लेकिन महाराज ने दिया कि 10,000 कर, तो उनकी कृपा से हमने 10,000 से भी ज्यादा कर लिए। विशेषकर स्कूल प्रोजेक्ट और रेलवे स्टेशन पे हमारा मेन फोकस होता है। ठाणे रेलवे स्टेशन से लास्ट में 2012 से कंटिन्यू कर रहा हूँ, तो वहाँ पर बहुत सारी बुक्स जाती है और विशेषकर सारे कॉन्ग्रीगेशंस माता जी एंड प्रभु जी 2-2 घंटा आकर वहाँ पर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करते हैं। और इस बार यूथ ने भी अच्छा प्रयास किया, हमारे यूथ सेक्शन ने 8-10 यूथ ने मिलकर, तो अराउंड ये सब प्रभुपाद की असीम कृपा है। और पहले ही साल में हमने पहला, तो हम मेरे मन में विचार आया कि हम एक्सटेंशन में पहला नंबर पहली बार आए, तो प्रीचिंग सेंटर होगा तभी पहला नंबर आना चाहिए, स्मॉल टेम्पल होगा तभी पहला नंबर आना चाहिए, मिडल होगा तभी पहला नंबर आना चाहिए, और बिग होगा तभी पहला नंबर आना चाहिए। ऐसा लक्ष्य हम रखते हुए प्रभुपाद से प्रार्थना करते हैं और गुरु महाराज से और सभी वैष्णव से कि प्रभुपाद, क्योंकि मेरा लाइफ मैंने प्रभुपाद के एक वाक्य के लिए डिवाइडेड किया कि भारत की संस्कृति के लिए मैंने भारत के लोगों को मांगा, प्रचार करने के लिए किसी ने मुझे लड़के नहीं दिए। तो ये वाक्य जब पढ़ा तो मुझे उसी दिन रोना आया। मैंने कहा कि प्रभुपाद आज से जीवन में आपके लिए और आपके मिशन के लिए। तो मैं याद है जलगांव में बस पार्टी आती थी, मैं पूरा सुबह कॉलेज छूटा 11 बजे से तो रात के 11 बजे तक हम बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करते थे। और मैं जब इस्कॉन जुहू ज्वाइन किया तो मैं पहला ऐसा व्यक्ति होगा जिसने न्यू भक्त ट्रेनिंग बहुत कम की, 1-1.5 महीना, और सीधा बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करने के लिए बस पार्टी में गया। तो बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ये मेरा लाइफ एंड सोल है, मेरा सबसे बड़ा पसंदीदा सेवा है। और हर साल हम मैराथन, तो मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई कि प्रभुपाद ने हमें पहले ही साल में पहला नंबर दिया। तो प्रभुपाद का एक्चुअली ये मेरे लिए आदेश भी है कि और पुस्तक वितरण करना है, डबल इट करते जाना है। तो आप सभी वैष्णव से प्रार्थना है कि हम हर साल डबल इट करते रहे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद गोपाल कृष्ण महाराज का, वो हर साल आते और इंस्पिरेशन देते सारे जीवों के भक्तों को। और महाराज ने इस बार तो हर जूम जपा टॉक में सबके लिए यही संदेश दिया कि हमें बुक्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है, बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है। 30-40 डेज कंटिन्यूस महाराज का जपा टॉक में पुस्तक वितरण पर ही जोर रहा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद महाराज, आपने हमें टारगेट दिया था और उस टारगेट को हम अचीव कर पाए, और उसी का नतीजा है कि हम फर्स्ट नंबर पर आए। गुरु गौरांग की कृपा।
Thank you very much. Thank you.
बहुत धन्यवाद।
हरे
Hare Krishna. Yes, Vedanta Prabhu, go ahead, please.
So I'd like to thank His Grace Basugosh Prabhu for being with us and handing out these awards to the winners of extension centers. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for taking out time for us. So next, I would like to request His Grace Mahaman Prabhu to hand over the prizes to the top 10 book distributors of India. So these are those warriors who have performed the best in distributing thousands and thousands of Bhagavad Gitas around the world, around India.
Vedanta Prabhu, since we have gone over time, I would request that we now do not hear from this from the winners and all. We'll just hand out the awards. You know?
And now we'll be simply handing over the awards. We'll be handing over the awards. And amongst the top 10 book distributors stands 10th in the 10th place with a aggregate of 32,084 Mahabig books. His Grace Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu from ISKCON Juhu. ISKCON Juhu, Sundar Chaitanya
Prabhu is here. Okay.
Yes, he has raised his hand.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Prabhu, you are muted. Yes, just please. Mahaman Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu. Congratulations. May the blessings of Srila Prabhupada be upon you.
Thank you so much, Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu. And second stands is Karuna Chandra Prabhu from ISKCON Punjabi Bagh. And ninth, in the ninth place, 36,000 Bhagavad Gitas. 36,000 Bhagavad Gitas.
Congratulations, Karuna Chandra Prabhu. May Srila Prabhupada bless you and double your score again.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And on 8th position stands from ISKCON Pune, Gaur Leela Prabhu with 39,515 books. Gaur Leela Prabhu.
Congratulations, Gaur Leela Prabhu. Thank you for your wonderful efforts. May Srila Prabhupada keep on blessing you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All goes to Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And next, on the 7th position, from ISKCON Punjabi Bagh, His Grace Rasik Priya Prabhu. ISKCON Punjabi Bagh, Rasik Priya.
Please raise your hand. Rasik Priya Prabhu, you're there? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Congratulations, Rasika Priya Prabhu. Thank you very much for working so hard. May Srila Prabhupada keep on blessing you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, next.
And next, on the 6th position, from ISKCON Punjabi Bagh stands Krishna Bhav Prabhu with an aggregate 40,000 books.
Krishna Bhav Prabhu, please raise your hand.
Krishna Bhav Prabhu.
Is it there? Krishna Bhav Prabhu?
Is not here.
Looks like he's not there. Please go on to the next one. Yes.
And next, on the 5th, stands Gopi Ba Prabhu and team from east of Kailash temple. Gopi Ba Prabhu.
Gopi Bhav Prabhu, congratulations for coming up on 6th space. And I remember you did wonderful service of book distribution in Indore and many other areas of Madhya Pradesh. And we request you keep on coming again and again and again. May Srila Prabhupada bless you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raji.
Thank you.
And on the 4th position, from ISKCON Ahmedabad stands His Grace Vaikunth Mukunda Prabhu with 45,000 books. Vaikunth Mukund Prabhu from ISKCON Ahmedabad. Please raise your hand.
Vaikunth Mukund Prabhu, please raise your hand. Is there? Maybe looks like he's not there. Please go on to the next one.
And then from 3rd stands Vichitra Krishna Prabhu and his wife Sham Kripa Mataji from ISKCON east of Kailash. Vichitra Krishna Prabhu and Sham Kripa Mataji from east of Kailash.
Hare Krishna, Vichitra Krishna Prabhu and your good wife. Congratulations. May Srila Prabhupada keep on blessing you and please keep on trying. Book distribution, double your scores next time. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. And on 2nd stands Vijay Gopi Keshav Prabhu from ISKCON Pune with 85,775 books. Vijay Gopi Keshav Prabhu from ISKCON Pune.
Vijay Gopi Keshav Prabhu, is there? Please raise your hand. Vijay Gopi Keshav Prabhu? Yes.
He's here.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Vijay Gopi Keshav Prabhu. Congratulations. You've done very well. Next time you can come first. This time you're second, I believe. Next time try to come first. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
And now we're announcing the India's top book distributor, His Grace Gopishwar Prabhu from ISKCON east of Kailash, who's distributed 105,027 books.
Gopishwar Prabhu?
Gopishwar Prabhu from ISKCON east of Kailash. Mohandu Prabhu is raising his hand.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I'm receiving on his behalf.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Mohandu Prabhu, by your inspiration, your center is doing such incredible results. And Gopeshwar Prabhu, also personally, I would like to thank him for such a wonderful, and although Juhu have sort of challenged you next time, but I also bless you that you do equally well and Gopeshwar comes first again next year.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for your blessings, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Vaikunth Mukund Prabhu is here. Can we give the award? From ISKCON Ahmedabad, he stands 4th with 45,000 books. Vaikunth Mukund Prabhu.
Yeah. Requesting Mahamud Prabhu to please give him the 4th place award.
Vaikunth Mohan Prabhu. Congratulations. And thank you very much for doing so nicely. Please keep on doing this. May Srila Prabhupada bless you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We would like to thank His Grace Mahaman Prabhu for taking out this time and waiting so long and giving out this awards. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. It was my pleasure and look forward to these ceremonies again and again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much.
Just one moment. This I think Krishna Bhav Prabhu is there, sixth position. Sandeep iPhone. You can just raise your hand. I think he's I think Krishna Bhav. Yes, yeah. Mahaman Puji, please. He's on the sixth position.
He's on sixth position.
हरे कृष्णा। अभी हिंदी में बोलूंगा। आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। प्रभुपाद जी की कृपा आप पर हो। अगली बार भी 6 से सेकंड या थर्ड पोजीशन तक आप आ जाएं। हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा।
We'd like to inform everybody that these top 10 India book distributors are being given a special award. This bag which you are seeing, right? This will be reaching not only virtually, will be physically, it will be reaching their homes.
Yeah, I was
along with the
what
certificates.
it was actually. Thank you. Good explain.
They can do more book distribution using these bags.
Fine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And finally, I mean, we are very sorry for being so late. We have already crossed our time. So finally, I would like to request His Grace Sahadev Prabhu, our ICC chairman, to speak some concluding words and finish the meeting. His Grace Sahadev Prabhu.
Sahadev Prabhu ji
is here.
Looks Sahadev Prabhu ji is here. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you all the devotees and all the participants and all the senior leaders of India. This has been an amazing journey, and we may not realize this civilization doesn't have much time. The pot of karma is overflowing. But Srila Prabhupada repeatedly said that your mass preaching, mass book distribution can change the course of world events. And now you call it corona or karma. Now they have another virus wherein the casualty is 1 out of 3, 33% strike rate. That virus is now waiting. This is called novo corona or whatever, novocore virus. The point is, these are all when we are doing such mass Sankirtan. Prabhupada said when there was a plague in Kolkata, when Babaji organized, and within days the whole thing subsided. Mass Sankirtan in every lane of Calcutta was organized, in every area block of Calcutta. And so this mass Sankirtan, what we are seeing here actually, is actually this has a very wide repercussion. We may not be aware for this course of this destructive course of civilization. So this is what our distributors may be aware, may not be aware, but they may have just ended up saving the world, literally. This is grave times, and this is all happening. You know, the field is really ripe, and we are. It's a mercy is like flowing. Mercy, Krishna's service goes through devotees, and mercy comes through devotees. And finally, I would say this world needs Prabhupada. I'll just conclude in a minute that there is a story by Manidhar Prabhu, I think. In Germany, they got the news one fine morning in the very early days of German Yatra that Srila Prabhupada is coming tomorrow. So they are very fired up to receive him. But then somebody suggested we should receive him in a new car. Then somebody else suggested it's got to be Mercedes, because that's a German brands are known. So they have no money. So everybody set out for Sankirtan. And what they are saying, Prabhupada is coming. And It's just the energy took over the city. I think it must have been Berlin that time. And everybody is just repeating, Prabhupada is coming. People are very moved. Money is coming in. They have to raise thousands of marks by tomorrow. And then whole day the Sankirtan is going on. Prabhupada is coming. People are hugging. People are crying. And now came the night. And night they are in the nightlife area of Germany, of the city. And the prostitutes the sex workers are actually going around. Prabhupada is coming. They don't know who is Prabhupada. But the whole Yogamaya spiritual energy descended on the city. And whole night the Sankirtan went on. And thousands of people have participated. Prabhupada is coming. Everybody is donating money or taking books or whatever.
Yeah.
And morning when the shops opened, devotees never slept. They went to the shop, paid in change, a whole bunch of change for buying the new Mercedes car. And they went all the way to receive Prabhupada in the new Mercedes. So Prabhupada is coming. The world needs Prabhupada. And fortunately, we are all the carriers of Srila Prabhupada. Jai Hare Krishna. Wonderful work. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. That was a really wonderful concluding words. Thank you for that wonderful pastime that you have narrated at the end. Thank you so much. And before finishing, I would like to thank all the organizers who has come forward to make this program a nice success. His Grace Praneshwar Prabhu, His Grace Baldev Prabhu, and His Grace Narottam Prabhu. Many devotees have contributed a lot in bringing up all of this together and organizing this ICC book marathon. And I would like to thank His Grace Sahadev Prabhu for inspiring all of us and bringing up this nice thing. As Loknath Swami Maharaj was saying, it was really organization that brought it up. So it was all the plan of His Grace Sahadev Prabhu which brought it up. So I would like to thank His Grace Sahadev Prabhu, and finally I would like to thank His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj for really being the great inspiration for all of India and taking all of India ahead in this book distribution endeavor. Thank you so much, man.
The certificate we sent out to all the centers, top 10 book distributors. So you look for it. It'll be coming soon. A nice certificate.
Haribol, Haribol, Haribol.
Signed by Vaisheshika Prabhu, Sahadev Das, and yours truly, Bhima Das. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, Haribol. Actually, on behalf of the ICC Book Distribution Committee, I would like to thank Vedant Chaitanya Prabhu, who is our convener, especially for the book marathon ICC committee. Right, he has worked day in and day out for this event, and also for keeping the scores and everything. Right. Thank you very much, everybody. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.